By the way, good morning. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and a great holiday and almost a new year. We are waiting on Dow 20,000, and it's like been waiting for Guffman or waiting for Godot. We're just not going to get there, guys. I mean, at least maybe not today. It's been 7 or 8 trading days that we've been within just 50 points. I mean, if you're not like a market expert, 50 points is almost nothing. And we've been in this holding pattern after surging right after the election. So today, the future's indicating maybe a slightly higher open. We'll see. It doesn't look like we'll get there, although you certainly never know. People will tell you it's not important, guys, but it is a big round number, 20,000 for the Dow. That'll be on more than just CNBC. It'll be on the cover of your local paper or your local news. So in some ways, psychologically, it may be important. By the way, speaking of retail, a guy by the name of Donald Trump, who you might have heard about, who likes the Twitter machine, tweeting out this. The world was gloomy before I won. There was no hope. Kind of sounds like a line from Rogue One. Now the market is up nearly 10%, and Christmas spending is over $1 trillion. So Donald Trump, the president-elect, saying that the holiday spending spree in some ways may be related to his election. Here's the thing, though. The National Retail Federation estimates that total holiday spending is going to be about $650 million, or billion, excuse me. So that's $350 billion away from $1 trillion. Maybe he's talking about globally. Either way, if we get $1 trillion in retail sales, that'd be the greatest year in the history of the world. And certainly I know a lot of retailers hope that we do in that respect, guys. So take it for what you will. There's a little bit of retail spending credit, I guess, going on.
And also, Sully, as you know, he's taking credit for the bump in the markets that you were talking about right there. Is there any evidence that the idea of Donald Trump as president is what's driving the markets up?
Well, there is, and I'll give you two reasons why. Number one, which is if we're looking at a lower tax rate, which is not just, and let's be fair, this is not just about the president-elect, it's about the GOP sort of trifecta or hat trick, whatever you want to call it in general. If we get a reduction in corporate tax rates from 35%, second highest in the industrialized world, down to 20 or 25%, there's a thought that a lot of cash is going to come back from overseas, and that could provide a bump. You've also got to remember, and I don't want to get in the weeds, the Dow is a price-weighted index, meaning all 30 stocks count the same. So Goldman Sachs, which has a very high price, when it goes up, it sort of pulls the whole market up with it. Goldman Sachs is up about 50% in the last 60 trading days. So Goldman Sachs, which, by the way, a number of Goldman alum are now in the administration, cabinet, advisors, what have you, is really the single biggest force dragging that whole Dow higher.